Hey everyone, welcome to Tuesday with Pastor Dan. As you can see, I got my track gear on today because it's the home meet here in Williamsburg. Maybe if it doesn't rain and gets super nasty, but I think the weather might hold out. But it made me think about as I put this on, and I was going through some more Lent in plain sight. Something that she talked about in terms of anointing with oil. This week it's oil, and thinking about. Thinking about it being the home meet, thinking about coaching, thinking about the things in my past and the things that I did and stuff like that, and trying to figure out identity. And so it made me think. I do lots of things. I'm a pastor. I'm a coach. I play guitar. I lift weights. You can go down the list of things that I do, hobbies and whatnot, hunting and things like that. But we ask ourselves often, who are we? Well, at least maybe I do. Am I a graduate of Hastings College? Yes. Am I a graduate of Columbia Theological Seminary? Yes. Is that who I am? Is that what it's boiled down to? Being a pastor, is that everything that's who I am, or is that my call and vocation? Being a coach, is that who I am? Being a former athlete and still trying to be one, is that who I am? No, those are pieces of who we are. And I think that when she talks about oil on the Sunday in this book, especially about anointing, we did a service of healing and wholeness. I think it was last week for our Wednesday, our Wednesday service, Lenten service, midweek service. We anointed people with oil. Maybe it was 2 weeks ago, actually. And we said, remember, at least I said, remember you're a beloved child of God. Often throughout time we would anoint with oil for healing, but more often than not it was remembrance. Remember who we are. We get so lost as people in trying to define who we are, figure out our identity. Are we this? Are we that? Does this title? Does this degree? Does this? We wrap ourselves up in our job, and if we're not that thing, are we anything? And you see a lot of trauma happen to people who have wrapped their entire lives and existence into the thing that they did, and when they no longer do that, they don't have an identity outside of that. It's a dangerous thing that we do, and we as a society push. But the reality is it's not who we are. Jill talking about anointing and oil, the simple thing that we cook our food with. When we're anointed and we're reminded who we really are, we are beloved child of God. That's children of God. That's who we are. We are disciples of Christ. That's who we are. We are formed, created in the image of God. That's who we are. That is the core essence. That is everything that we are. And that's where we should start. But often we don't because, I don't know why. I honestly don't know why. Maybe it's because we don't want to feel silly or whatever. But that at our core that's who we are. Forgiven, redeemed, beloved sinners who are trying. That's who we are. That's who we are. Not our job, not even our familial status of parents or children, but who we are in light of who God is. Who we are in light of what God has done. That's who we are. That's where our identity should wrap up in every single day. When we start and end. The other things are pieces of our personality, are pieces of what we do, but they are not at the very essence and the very core who we are. Who we are the children of a God who gave everything for us. That's who we are. And when we put oil on and we're anointed of it and we're reminded of it, we have to be reminded of it. So be reminded of it today. Remember it today. Do your best to remember it tomorrow and the next day, because it gives us hope. It gives us purpose. It gives us grace and mercy, because then when we recognize our true identity, who we are, we see it in our brothers and sisters. We see it in strangers. We recognize that their truest form and identity is beloved children of God. You all have a blessed week. Look forward to seeing you soon.